Beatsplanet.com.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Make sure you hop back the like button, hop back it. Alright, let's get moving. Let's talk about today we're gonna talk about the Cebuano language, okay? And I'm gonna talk about Tagalog, and I'm also going to talk about other languages and the history behind them. That way we can know a little bit more about them. And you know, there's different languages spoken in different regions. So not everywhere that you go is going to be, you know, they're going to speak the same language. But anyways, before we get started, this is on the podcast. So you can close this video. You can close this video and you can listen on the go, guys. Okay. So it's 7:07 in the morning. We are here, Zamboanga del Norte, Philippines, drinking coffee. Well. Wherever you're at listening, let's get started. All right. Okay, Cebuano, it's one of the many languages here in the Philippines. All right. It's an Austronesian language spoken in the southern Philippines. It is natively called by its generic term Bisaya or Binisaya. I didn't know about Binisaya. Both translated into English as Bisayan. Though this should not be confused with other Visayan languages and sometimes referred to in English sources as Cebuano. It is spoken by the Visayan ethnologistic groups native to the islands of Cebu, Bohol, Siquijor, the eastern half of Negros, the western half of Leyte, and the northern coastal areas of northern Mindanao and the Zamboangan Peninsula. In modern times, it had also spread to the Davao region, Cotabato, Camiguin, parts of the Dinagat Islands, and the lowland regions of Caraga, often displacing native languages in those areas, most of which are closely related to the language. You see, that's where I'm kind of confused. Like, I'm still learning too about this because like for example on the keyboard, wait, let me fix this. On the keyboard on my phone, it has Sinug Boanan, Sigbuanon. It's Filipino. All right, and the way they put it here, it confuses me, you know. But okay, and then here, let me open up the camera. Here, if we scroll down, it will tell us native to the Philippines. And then it says the regions, which we already mentioned it. Tennessee, Visaya, Cebuano, Boholano, Escaya. Native speakers is 22 million. Alright. Even though there's more Tagalog speakers right now, Bisaya is one of the oldest spoken languages in the Philippines. I just saw it somewhere. It says it goes back all the way to the 1950s. So there's more people have spoken this language the longest, even though Tagalog is the native language. And English is the native language here too. They nationalized it. I don't know why, but If it was my, and right here, this is the color blue is where all this language is spoken. So as you see, it's not spoken everywhere. So it could be a little challenging, because learning two languages, and and not everyone understands English 100%, okay, or can speak it. I know that because I live in an area where they don't. They're not very good at the language. They can understand or stuff like that, sometimes, but okay. And then this, oh, I see it right here. It says, while Tagalog has the largest number of native speakers among the languages of the Philippines today, Cebuano had the largest native language speaking population in the Philippines from the 1950s until the 80s. Let's keep Bisaya alive. It is far the most widely spoken of the Visayan languages. Oh, okay. I see what it is. So it's like so Bisaya, there's many languages that are Bisaya. I think that's what it's. That's okay. So Bisaya, it's like a category, I guess you could say. Because if we go up, it says Bisaya, Sinubuanong Binasayan. So it's, I'm thinking what it's saying. Now correct me if I'm wrong, and if you know, you can comment, because I'm also learning as I go. Bisayan. So it's like a category, and there's different types of Bisayan languages. That's what I'm understanding here. Wow, this is very interesting. Hey, we're learning something today. Alright, I don't know why I went to sleep and I was dreaming about getting up and making this blog. I don't know. It's kind of weird, huh? When you dream to make a blog or something. That's know you're truly a blogger, right? Alright. Next thing, where we left off. Okay, yeah, on the purple. Cebuano is the lingua franca of Central Visayas, the western parts of Eastern Visayas, some western parts of Palawan, and most parts of Mindanao. The name Cebuano is derived from the island of Cebu, which is the source of standard Cebuano. Cebuano is also the primary language in Western Leyte, noticeable of Armagh. Cebuano is assigned the ISO blah 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 3-letter code CEB, but not the 2-letter code. The Commission on the Filipino Language, the Philippine government body charged with developing, promoting the national regional language of the country, spells the name of the language in Filipino as CEBUANO. Wow, I didn't know that. Well, let's dig into the history here, and damn, it has a lot of information about it, but I'm not gonna make this video too long. Cebuano, let's go into history. Let's read this and let's wrap it up. Cebuano was the first documented in a list of vocabulary compiled by Antonio Pigafetta, an Italian explorer who was part of Ferdinand Magellan's 1521 expedition. Spanish missionaries started to write in the language during the early 18th centuries as a result of the eventual 3-year Spanish colonial period. Cebuano contains many words of Spanish origin. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes I'm like, what? And have y'all listened to Chilbocano? Like, when I went to Zamboanga del Norte, there was people speaking it, and from far, I could, like, I was like, are you talking Spanish? Like, what's going on here? While there is evidence of a pre-Spanish writing system for the language, it is usually appears to have been sporadic. Spanish recorded the Visayan script, which was called Kudlit Kabadlit by natives. I hope I said that right. The language was heavily influenced by the Spanish language during the period of Spanish rule from 1565 to 1898, with the arrival of Spanish colonialists. For example, a land-based writing system was introduced alongside a number of Spanish loan words. Okay, guys, that's it for the first part, the first podcast. All right, stay tuned. I'm gonna do a second part to keep learning more about this beautiful language and all the other beautiful languages here of the Philippines. Okay, so I'm also learning, so come learn with me as I go. Remember, this is the podcast. You can close it up, listen on the go, relax, chill. All right, come learn with me. Like the video, comment on the video if you enjoy it and you want to know more about this with me. All right, see y'all later. How about that like button? Wow.